Dollhouse Curator's second challenge was do something for Ken. And isn't that a coincidence? Because my challenge to myself for the year 2026 was supposed to be get more unique male doll sculpts and expand Ken's closet with pieces of interest. Like Dollhouse Curator, I am a hobbyist, and thanks to her advice, I keep a skin tone variety of heads and bodies separate. Because this challenge was already started, the pieces were already flowing in. So this Ken Closet clothing haul is huge and will take up to 3 videos or 3 weeks to cover. This first video encompasses retro Ken clothes, so classic and unique the quality is integrity level. And some eBay pieces the sellers paired together because they looked like Ken clothes. Anthony Julian, an Integrity Gym doll, will be the tall model for this video. In the Harley Davidson Ken body, I have Kid Super. This, by the way, is my second Kid Super. My original Kid Super Ken was my tester Ken, and I pretty much wiped his whole face, and I closed his mouth, and I was doing all sorts of stuff with him. In the standard Ken articulation is Allan from the Ken movie. When he came in his box, he looked kind of scary, kind of creepy, but he actually isn't that bad. He just got bad marketing, which is another complaint I want to make about Mattel right now. I think they must have let go of whoever their marketing director was before, because she was putting out images of the dolls with them all decked out. So when you did get the doll, you were disappointed. It felt like false advertising. Now, it's the exact opposite. The pictures of the dolls look absolutely horrendous. The other reason I got Allan was for his jumpsuit for the curvy dolls. Finally, in the muscular body, I have Adam, more popularly known as He-Man. Everybody's been dressing him in earthly attire, so, I might as well join the crowd. He is also my second because I bought one just for his body. I got a little impatient and I tried on some of the clothes on Kid Super. I don't know which Ken or Allan doll was originally wearing many of these things. I'm assuming this is one of the older Allan jackets, but I have no idea about the pants, and I really do like these pants. They have a lot of airiness in them on the sides, so there's a slight chance it might fit a doll with slightly thicker legs, but I do not believe that they would fit a muscular doll because even right there, there's already a tear in them. I'm gonna have to fix that. And I have a fascination with corduroy myself, so I already love these clothing pieces without trying them on. These blue grid pattern pants that Allan is wearing sit a little low, and I already knew that from, like I said, I was trying on some of their clothes earlier because I got excited about their arrival. Therefore, I was prepared for this video and put him in boxers. They sit a little low on his waist, as you can tell by where his boxers are sitting. Just how low. These older pants come with a zipper though, and a real metal hook and eye. I really appreciate that. The shoes Allan's wearing are the Van style tennis shoes that come with all the Ken the Movie Kens. I pulled all the shirts from my collection since none of these outfits that came with shirts. And the boxer idea, of course, is from the Ken the Movie Ken, who has his boxers exposed. These boxers that he's wearing were shown in my clothing haul video with Raquel, and they're actually from the girls' clothing. So far, I'm loving these corduroy blazers or sports jackets, I believe they're called. I think they're amazing. This blazer has a button connection if you see the little loopy string. So it even had a little string to close it around the tiny, tiny little buttons. My eyesight and my fingers were like, no, I don't think so. It was a pain to unfasten. So I have left it unfastened. He still looks good. I'm really happy with this first outfit. There are some more corduroy pants. When I tried them on a Ken last night, they seemed really short. So I'm thinking of taking the hem out, and I'm going to have to glue the ends with glue so that it can remain at that length without fraying. Otherwise, they're kind of short, and it stopped right here. You can kind of tell, but I managed to get away with it with the high tops. I still wanted them to appear longer though. These corduroy pants are still pretty awesome because they also have a metal zipper and a snap this time. The blazer is a heavy cotton. It also had a button loop and a tiny button. What I really appreciate is that the more you step back in time as far as Mattel clothing goes, the more you get integrity quality clothing. As opposed to the clothing that you get now, even at the $100 level. For example, Ken Couture number 2, they weren't even using real fabric at a $100 level. Which is just crazy because Kid Super's clothes were made out of better quality fabric, and he was like $35. Okay, so one thing I didn't note in my He-Man review was that his hands pop off very easily. Not very easily, but they're easy to exchange out. So it should be easy to trade them out to take off his arm braces. And I really appreciate that about this He-Man. I tried these pants on him since they were wide at the top, but they got stuck around his thighs and never made it all the way up. But those same plain pocketless slacks were able to fit very nicely on Anthony. Even the jacket. Though the jacket is a little short in the sleeves, it still looks really good on him. The cuffs are really wide, and I think it actually looks better at this 3/4 length than it would have looked if it went all the way to his wrists. And I actually think this outfit looks very collegiate on him. There's no way that some of the pants they sold me were Ken pants. Like, I got these blue corduroy pants that were totally ripped all the way down in the back. I will resew them, but look at that waistline. That's not meant for male dolls at all. These were clearly Barbie pants. They're a little high in the crotch, but definitely these pants were made for Barbies. So that one's a no-go. And this one too. Look at the waistline on this one. It's so small. I'm not even sure which Barbie this would fit. This almost looks like a petite Barbie based on the waist. So that one's also a no-go. There's a couple of sweatpants that for sure will fit on He-Man. And a pair of military camo shorts. I might not try them on in this video. I mean, Ken's always in shorts. These blue scrubs look like they used to have a drawstring, but it doesn't have one anymore. So I'm either going to have to replace the drawstring or do an elastic. Currently, my 3 gentlemen are dressed business casual, while He-Man, well, he just came back from the gym. I'm still looking through what I have to see if I can get him to be business casual. I could potentially get these 2 together, but that doesn't seem very business casual. I feel like there's a pants that are missing. I received a pair that were corduroy-ish, and they also had a waistline issue. Oh, I found them. I also received these suede pants, and as you can see, the elastic has completely worn out on them. But despite that, I was able to fit these pretty well on a JHD doll. The JHD dolls have the most muscular bodies and tall bodies. I was not sure whether I should go ahead and fix these pants. I mean, I could still add an elastic in the back end of the waist so it can fit one of the, thinner guys. But the pants also fit He-Man, so maybe I'll just leave it for the muscular guys. Let me show you what it looks like in the back. It's not that horrible, especially when you have clothes going over it, though it definitely would look worse on the thinner guys. In regards to this top, unless proven otherwise, I feel like it's a G.I. Joe top. Because I have G.I. Joe tops that look just like this. Let me get a G.I. Joe top for comparison. So the only real difference is the G.I. Joe top doesn't have the lapel style collar. It just has a straight collar. And the snaps on this one are square, but it's not really a big difference. The buttons are slightly larger, but style-wise, I still feel like this is very much a military top. Another thing that I was saying in my previous doll haul video is, how I'm always interested in panties for my Barbie dolls, because I hate when they have those little tiny skirts and you put them to sit down and you can see right up their skirt. And I was giving all the shorts to the guys as boxers. And despite that, I really didn't understand the need, like a need for having boxers for a Ken doll. I mean, it's not like you could see right up its pants leg. But this clothing haul has converted me. It's changed my mind. You see, because what about this problem? Okay? You don't want your Ken dolls to have this plumber problem. It's a Super Mario sized problem. And the only way that can be fixed is if you fix the clothing or if your Ken is wearing some boxers. So I'm going to put some boxers on him really quickly to alleviate that plumber problem. So these boxers are very matchy shorts I found for him. And I'm going to put these culottes back on and hopefully they will be able to slide over his boxer shorts. So now when he bends over, you see his matching boxers under there. That's one fix. I mean, the other fix is that I could just add some elastic back there. But this is a quick fix for now. And these are the culottes on Anthony. They feel like they should be shorter. And if I had them on a Ken, they'd be even weirder length than they are on Anthony right now. The sleeves for the jacket are a little short. And I don't think that his arms are that much longer than Ken's. Maybe they would come down to here on a Ken. And then you could see that the culottes would be more like floodwaters. So I'm probably going to hem the culottes because I think that they would be a better fit if they were a little bit shorter. Like maybe here at cholo length. Except cholos would also have the socks that go up. I feel that Anthony will look really good if I put him in this particular set of clothing. There's this orange sweater, of course. That's going to look good on Allan. And maybe I'll put him in these corduroy pants. This sort of 70s cut mustard yellow top. I think that would look good on Kid Super. And it would probably look good with these blue scrub pants. These red sweatpants are good for a muscular Ken. The set also came with this weird clown outfit, which, I mean, who knows? With my doll videos, that might come in handy sometime. But I'm not going to dress them in that just yet. It also came with this Ken robe, which looks like it needs to be washed. I'll have to throw it in the laundry. I'm also not going to worry about trying that on anybody. I also got this red vest, which would look good with these sweats or those red culottes. And then I have a regular pair of slacks that has a zipper up the front. The waistline looks sort of narrow, so I don't think that will look good with the sweater. Then I managed to get duplicate corduroy pants. I'm gonna have to take the hem out of. Do we need to try those on again? And then there's a trench coat jacket. I think I'll put that on with the blue and gold. The only untried on clothing article is this cute little red vest, which you're gonna have to see in the next video. I'm not going to have any extra clothes to trade out to try it on just now. So the way I decided to fix the scrubs was I was going to pop a hole in the front and feed a ribbon through there. But it turned out when I popped the hole, there was a ribbon in there and that I was just able to pull out and tighten. For the red culottes, I went ahead and hemmed those, hand stitched up to the level that I thought would be what I preferred. He was already wearing that t-shirt from the last time underneath. And then there's Adam, or He-Man. I took the jacket that Anthony was originally wearing, and I don't think I ever mentioned, but the purple shirt that He-Man's wearing is from Barbie Looks number 17, the Blasian Ken. So, this was part 1 of my Mayhem Challenge. Do something for your Kens. Part 2 is buying male dolls for their clothing and making the doll heads fit in my Mattel collection. 9 dolls, y'all. And I also have challenge 3, create some crafts for my Charisma Doll eBay store. Challenge 4, a revamped version of Annie's Greenhouse project. And the final challenge, a restaurant for Dollhouse Curators challenge. Will I finish by the end of May? Who knows? Till next time, thanks for playing dolls with me.
Anyone wanna play with me? If you like that video, you should consider watching one of these. Watch this one. Do it. Do it now. You're not doing anything about it. You know you're not. Oh, and like it and subscribe.